Hold on, that's its own. I think it. Hold on, that's its own.
Oh yeah.
I think it. Hold on, that's its own.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Well, it doesn't matter.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Here we are.
Here we go. Episode 4 here today.
How we doing, ladies and gentlemen?
DFS pod. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for the patience there. Little technical difficulties.
Yeah. Happens.
Little mic check here. If I'm going to be completely honest, I was not paying attention, so I don't exactly know where we're starting.
All right, well, I'll start here.
I was going to say,
welcome back to episode 4 here. Myself, Liam. We got Clay. We got Ben. We're going to run through a little bit different schedule today. Nothing special, nothing fancy here. We're going to start straight off with it with the fantasy playoffs. So
yeah, so this is the first week of the playoffs, at least in most leagues. If you're one of those leagues that plays till week 18, don't. No good players play week 18, so if you're in one of those leagues, try to put it up for a vote. Try to make changes, do cool things like that. But as we enter the week 1 of the playoffs here, we got a couple reminders for you. First one we got is just don't get cute. Play your guys. The studs that have been studs all year, play them. They're going to be good.
Now is not the time to be mixing players. And but this person could have a really good play your starters. Keep them there.
Yep.
And people coming off the IR, definitely. I mean, if you want to take the risk, I say don't go for it personally. But if it's something that you need, well, it's up to you. But start with your starters. Stick with the people who've been working for you. Don't try anything fancy. Yeah. It's the playoffs. You want to go far.
Yep. Keep doing what got you to the playoffs.
Exactly.
Second one, we got Thursday night games. We got a pretty good matchup. We got the Rams against the Niners tonight. The guys you have playing tonight, maybe you got Debo, Jennings, Kittle. You get a lot of guys. Purdy's playing in some of these leagues. Like, pull them out of your flex. Okay, get them into their main slot. If you're starting Taylor tonight, get him out of the flex. Put him in your running back slot. It frees you up in case there's late injuries in the week. Anybody can pull a hammy at practice on Friday. Yeah. You want to have extra wiggle room on Sunday morning in case you need to put somebody in. It just gives you that extra spot. If you have a bye this week, if you were one of the top 2 in most of your leagues, if you get a bye this week,
I would be one of those.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't set yourself up. Don't set yourself up to lose your next game. Just because you have a bye, you're still looking at the waiver wire. You're still looking at who was dropped. A lot of these people that are playing in the first week here, they got to drop players to fill a roster. Yep. There's a lot of injuries. You never know. Somebody could get dropped that could have a great matchup next week. Pick them up. Stay focused, and then that's what we got for that. Just do what got you there, and be smart about your matchups.
While we're on our fantasy
be smart about the
playoffs,
matchups.
While we're on fantasy playoffs, let's talk about some of our playoffs that we got. We're all in one league together.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I didn't make the playoffs this year.
I'm sorry, Benji.
Clay's out.
I didn't
Let's
make
go,
it.
baby.
Yes, sir.
Started from the bottom while we're here.
I was gonna say. Well, you kind of rode it out the whole season. I was in second to last place through week.
You had a huge
7.
push. You're on like a
I was
6
2 and 5 through week 7. I came
push.
back. I'm now 8 and 5 or 9 and 5.
Second place.
Freaking
lost
huge.
your mom this week, but it's okay. Like I said, the winner or lose this week is gonna win the next time we play off. Which is funny because if I win this week, I play her next week. So big thing there. That's what I'm saying. I'm just foreshadowing what's gonna happen, but huge. You did well. For me, not having first and second round pick was a little, and a third round pick. That was a little risky.
Yeah.
But you gave him to me.
Yeah. But it was worth it.
Yeah,
there.
for Bijan.
Always a good one there. Always a good one there. My man Bijan, big one last night. But anyway, for your playoffs, man, we have another one. Are you in the other league that we're in? The league of
League Elite Dynasties. Yep, I'm in 5th place, so I made the playoffs in it. I'm in 2 dynasty leagues this year. One is it's a high buy-in, so first place takes 3,000. We're in second place in that league. Me and Zach from the special segment last week, we co-commissioned that league. We have a blast. It's a ton of fun, and then I'm in a dynasty here with Liam. I like dynasties. I think it adds a whole new.
Oh yeah, it's a whole. It makes it so much more real.
It does. I feel like I'm the general manager of this team.
Exactly.
It's great when your team. I was sitting at the top for the longest time, and then all of a sudden, 2 QBs went down. Stephon Diggs went down. My whole lineup literally got hurt. IR, and I was like, okay, dynasty sucks because. You have all these players, all the rookies, all the backups were already picked up. Yeah. Right? I had to go to 3rd string and pray that one of them got hurt.
Yeah.
Which, luckily, some of them came back. But some of the 3rd stringers, I was like, okay, cool. Like, I picked up Josh Dobbs, right? because Brock Purdy got hurt. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was a third string. I thought he'd be the second stringer, but
Yeah, no.
it was out of luck.
That's rough.
So we're still in though. We're doing all right. So I have Purdy playing tonight, so I need big money from him. But
Yeah,
I've got game.
Well, I've got a bye, so I don't really need to worry about it. But I've got Kittle.
Stay focused. Check the waivers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I've been on it. I've been on it.
Quick shout out to Thomas. You asked for it, so there it is, and we're back. So
he wanted a shout out of the chat.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. But let's move into.
Oh, you want to go Liam's
Let's move
locks?
into it. Let's get Liam's locks of the weeks
Liam's
here.
locks. I'm excited to hear about tonight's game. Tonight,
Yeah.
I feel like is going to be a really good game.
Yep. Game
Get on my
starts in
locks,
about an
dude.
hour, so when you get these here in about 2 minutes, make sure you hop on FanDuel.
Yeah,
Put the
tail
bets
'em.
in. We want to get them to you soon enough to get them in before
I'll
the game
just
starts.
say, I
here.
know we haven't officially been keeping track, but I'd say that our locks that we've suggested,
We've been really good
we're
on
at a
them.
pretty high average. Just don't be stupid
We're
like
cashing
us
on
and
70%
put them all
of 'em.
in
I agree.
parlays.
Yeah.
So,
Because then when you miss
Big
the
one.
one,
Single props.
Yeah.
Single
So-
props.
what I like to do, big for me, on the Thursday, the big night games, Mondays included, sometimes Sunday nights, I love to put the parlay in. Why? Because it's the big one of the week,
big winners.
Exactly. But for the big locks, the actual locks that I put in, I put them as straight bets. Anywhere from $10 to $20 you can put on there.
Yeah.
If you followed me last week, we had 2 of the 3 on the straight bets. Unfortunately, we didn't get not AJ Brown. It was Jalen Hurts over 200 yards. He threw for 101 yards. So
Yep.
surprise there, woo, But Saquon did go for 123 or something
Yeah,
like
he
that
was-
game.
I
He's
mean,
so
that's
good.
almost guaranteed.
Like I said, it was going to be either a shootout through the passing or through the running yard.
Yeah.
Tended to be through the running yard, so that one. So starting off, I'll go tonight. Got the parlay in for tonight. I haven't put this one in yet because I have a 25% live bet.
I like it.
Meaning, so as soon as the
take
game
advantage.
starts,
Take advantage of that.
Profit
If
boost.
you got the profit boost live bets, the no sweat, freaking take advantage. Of
exactly. So tonight, before I put that one in, I got straight off the bat. I got Purdy going over 200 yards. He's coming off a little bit of a slow start after that injury. But he's got the running game has not been sufficed. He's got Juwan Jennings who's been going crazy. So I got Purdy over 200 going tonight. Matthew Stafford over 225. He's got Puka. He's got who else he got? He's got Puka. Cooper Kupp. Thank you. I'm going a little right here. Anyway, Cooper Kupp, Puka always do perform very, very well. So I got those. He's going over 225. There are Kyron Williams going over 50 rushing yards. It's always a safe bet on that. Kyron Williams going over 50 because he's gets through a pocket. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's quick. So 50 over for him. And then I got Puka Nacua going over 70 yards. He seems to be their number one, even though Cooper Kupp's still on the stat sheet number 1 wide receiver. He seems to be their go-to guy.
Yeah.
So him going over 70 should be no problem. Love it. He did it last week. I mean, he had 100 yards last week. Awesome on that.
123 and a rushing and receiving.
Exactly.
touchdown.
So he's their go-to guy. And then also to follow it up with that, I have Cooper Kupp going over 50 yards. Again, Puka's not open. They're going to Kupp.
I was gonna say the two of them are, and like you were saying, Puka's like the number one now. They go back and forth with who's number one.
It's
Exactly.
what game? What game are you
Puka,
in?
exactly. Puka is hot right now. Defenses are going to be like, oh crap, we got to
Exactly.
Double Puka, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, then Kupp's open.
And
Exactly.
then they double Cooper Kupp and Puka's open.
Exactly. And the good thing about Kupp is he seems to be their go-to guy on the slant routes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He can turn some 4-yard pass into a 25+ one easily,
Saw
no
that
doubt.
toe tap last week.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh,
So
ridiculous.
he can as well. And then the last one I have for tonight's game, I have Juwan Jennings, who seems to be, for some reason, the go-to guy now instead of
I hope he
Deebo
keeps doing
Samuels
it.
and
My fantasy
Kittle.
team is loving it.
Yeah.
So I got him going over 40. And like I said, I got a profit boost of 25% live bet. So I have basically in my FanDuel, I have these ready to go, and I already have the money. And as soon as the game starts, I hit the profit boost and put it in there. It should be a little payout tonight. Nice little payout there. Following up with these weeks, my actual locks. These are my straight bets. Joe Burrow over 250 yards. He proved us once again, why he's the pass leader.
Yep.
Unfortunately, not lead MVP guy, which is okay with me. I'd rather have Lamar.
If he
on
was
that
on
one.
a team that had more than 9 wins, he's MVP favorite.
Exactly.
I don't know. Josh Allen's right there for me. Those two guys and Lamar, those are my 3 picks right
I
now.
agree. So I got Joe Burrow over 250, and then followed up by Jamar Chase over 100 yards. He's unstoppable.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's tough to watch, dude.
That's
When
what
it's your
I'm saying.
team, it's like I understand how awesome it is to watch, but it's just my team.
It just
It's-
hurts.
It
doesn't-
does.
exactly.
It
hurts a
hurts.
little bit.
It hurts.
And no matter who Jamar has got covering, he just seems to be that guy. Whether it be late in the game when they need it or early on, he's there. That one should be in the first half, 100 yards. Okay. Then I got C.J. Stroud going over 225 yards. I think with the loss and everything of his, he's starting to actually be like, hey, we're in the playoff contention right here. We have a seed spot right now at number 6, but we need to
lock in.
Exactly, they want to lock in. So C.J. Stroud's going to definitely throw for over 225 yards, followed by Tua, who's also going to throw for 225 yards. I think Tua's just back. I think he's solid.
Yeah, you just got to pray he doesn't run the ball.
Tyreek Hill last week. The 1 week I sat Tyreek Hill goes off. So I'm going to sit him this week because I need Tua Tagovailoa to go for 225 yards. So we're doing that one. And the big one of this week I love to do is Derrick Henry. He's going against the New York Giants. Yes, the Giants have the lowest points scored against them, but I think Derrick Henry's going to score not 1 touchdown but 2. So I'm going to put in 1 anytime touchdown followed up by a 2-time touchdown. So those are my locks to the week. Hope you guys follow. Like I said last week, we went 2 for 3. This week I'm looking for hopefully a perfect record. But it's okay if I miss one. So I'm cool with that. And you guys got locks?
Yeah, I got 3 of them here for you.
Well, I'm gonna go in right before you just because I have a couple similar ones.
Yeah.
I had the Derrick Henry 2+ touchdowns against the Giants. They're gonna give up a play to the 10-12 yard line. Derrick Henry's going to run it right in. It's almost, I feel like, a guarantee.
It's a money line guarantee.
Free money from Vegas, Next one, I've also got Puka as an individual bet. I've got him over 88.5 yards, though.
Okay.
Like I said last week, he had, I believe, 6 receptions for 123 yards.
Crazy.
So I don't see that being a problem hitting again. And then I also have Chuba Hubbard against the Cowboys. Sorry, Clay. Chuba Hubbard anytime touchdown.
Okay. I like that Chuba Hubbard. With Jonathan Brooks being out again for the rest of the season.
He just got that 3-year extension too. He's their guy. Carolina has committed into him. They're going to feed the rock.
100%.
They already gave up CMC, so I think they're going to give up on Chuba Hubbard this one. We have a quick question in the chat here. It says, should I sit Debo this week? The only reason I'm bringing it up is because the game is tonight. What are your bets on? What are you looking on that?
What are your other options? Comment what your other options are, and then we'll talk about it.
At it. Awesome.
So I got a couple of locks here. I got 3. I went with all running backs this week. So I got DeAndre Swift under 53.5 rush yards at -110. He played a couple weeks ago against the Vikings. He hit the under in that game.
Yep.
5 of 6 road games, he's been hitting the under.
Mm-hmm.
And the Vikings are in the top 2 in rushing yards per game. Running backs don't run on these guys. Swift has been not good on the road, not good against the Vikings. He's not going to hit it.
I like that because you're 100% right. I remember 2 weeks ago I was very harshly let down by
I think
him.
that was against the Vikings.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
Yeah.
And I could have told you that
And
time.
now they're playing in Minnesota, so it's going to be even tougher for them.
Yeah.
We got Skull Chan on him. Next one I got is David Montgomery anytime touchdown.
Love that lock.
Just like Liam said last week, we're gonna have it here until he doesn't score a touchdown. So we've been riding this one, and Buffalo's not great against the run.
Nope.
So we're gonna keep riding it.
Like I said, I love Montgomery over Jahmyr Gibbs for his touchdown.
I like the way he runs the ball.
I think Montgomery.
Montgomery's got more. I feel like
he's got more of a push to him.
Jacobs type of vibe. Not quite Brandon Jacobs,
but they call him Knuckles.
Yeah, but he's just hard. Exactly. He's going to be the guy who's just going to be like, screw you, duck his shoulder.
Exactly.
But he's also the guy that if he gets the edge, he's going to go.
Yeah.
You're not catching him either.
So, I love Montgomery over Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
Big time on that one.
Last one I got here is Rico Dowdle over 86.5 rush yards. I went with his over last week. I cashed. He's had 2 great weeks. He's cashed the over in the last 2. In the last 2 weeks, he's rushed for 243 yards on the ground. 243.
Who are they playing against again?
Carolina Panthers.
Yeah,
I'm going to take the over.
You know, which is crazy, though, because Carolina's done really well.
They have, but
statistically speaking,
they're what, 22nd in the league.
They are,
the
but
it's a little inflated from the front half of the season. Yeah. They've been better as of late.
Statistically speaking,
but I think also a lot of it has to do with the fact that a lot of these teams haven't been able to run on. They've been in these games and they're all close games. Their opponents are passing the ball.
Yeah.
So if Dallas, they gave the Bengals a run for their money and the Bengals put up points.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
not against it. I just think Carolina.
I'm going to take his over. He's catching passes. They got him involved, but I think he goes over 86 on the ground. I don't see that being a problem.
Yeah, I like it.
I enjoy it. I like it. But my big thing is I think people underestimating Carolina too much now. I think they're starting to actually come back. Yeah, you can get $1 a ticket. Cool. Just like the Giants, you can get $12 a ticket. But statistically speaking, I think, and that's a hard thing because stats obviously numbers don't lie, they do. Carolina, I think they might start. Next couple of years, you might start seeing them in a playoff run.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say because they're ultimate trash, but I think if they actually want to get committed to what they have, their current rookies that they have, you'll see them. And the big thing is I never bet bet on players that are my favorite team, so that's just a little iffy thing for me on that one. But
yeah. Let's go back to Liam here in the chat. He said, "Would you start Debo or sit Debo?" He said his other options are Ladd McConkey and Jonnu Smith. I'm playing both of those guys over Debo this week.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I've had Debo in one league, and he's been sitting since, I think, week 11, maybe 10. He's been on my bench. I haven't even played with him. It hasn't hurt my team at all. Until he shows me he can do it, I won't play him. He doesn't look like the same Debo. I don't think it's as much of he's not getting touches, he's not getting this. He doesn't look fast.
No.
He's not breaking tackles. He doesn't look fast. I'm going to start both Ladd McConkey and Jonnu Smith over him. I'd probably start Ladd McConkey over Jonnu Smith if you have to pick one.
I was going to say Ladd McConkey. I think last week, if they had Ladd, they beat the Chiefs, no question about it. Done, over with. They're, stop the Chiefs from winning the division. I think it's done, over.
I will say, though, go look. I don't know the status of Ladd McConkey. I know he's questionable, and I know Debo plays tonight, so go look at Ladd McConkey. I don't have it up right now. If he's trending to play, I'd sit Debo. If he's trending not to play Debo tonight and not risk having to make a separate pivot late on a Sunday or something.
No, I agree with that. Those 4 o'clock games will be good games.
Yeah.
Now, Jonnu Smith versus the good old C.J. Stroud and his defense. It's a little iffy.
Yeah.
It's a little iffy.
Yeah, no.
But again, fantasy's all iffy. Betting's all iffy. It's just
you
one of those
never
things.
know.
It's whatever Vegas picks up the phone and is like, I have $16 million right now.
Yeah, right.
We're going to do the under on this
Right.
night. But yeah, I like ultimately Ladd over any of them.
I do too. And Ladd too, I feel like he's just way more likely to have that occasional blow up game.
Jonnu's done it.
Jonnu definitely has done it too, but I feel like Ladd.
I dropped Evan Ingram for Jonnu Smith.
Wow.
And it's been great.
Wow.
It's been great. They can both do it. That's why I'm playing both those guys over Debo. Debo can do it, but he hasn't done it.
I was gonna say he's had
just
like
not
maybe
doing it.
one good game this year.
So yeah.
We'll see. It all comes down tonight,
Yeah,
that's
you know,
true.
he could go 200 yards tonight. You never know.
You know, since we mentioned it, since we said not to put him in, probably put him in.
No,
Nah,
stick to the gut.
bench him. For those
Bench
two
him.
guys, you bench him.
He ain't gonna pull a Murray Cooper put up 225 yards.
That happened to me last year. 51 points, I think it was in
And
our
then
league.
nothing.
And then nothing. But he sealed me a nice win in the playoffs, so I was happy.
There you
Richard
go.
the bandwagon, if you're watching, you took me down by Murray Cooper last year. All right. Ben, you want to take over here with the money lines?
Yeah, let's hit the money lines. Every week we choose a team to win, just a straight up money line bet. This week, or last week, I went with the Bills. They had a devastating loss. I mean, great game, but they did come short. This week, I'm choosing probably the game of the week. I'm also choosing the underdog of the game. And I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna ride it hard. Bills Mafia.
Okay.
Wow.
I
waiting for the
think
other
coming
words to
off
come
of
out your mouth.
probably the game of his life. Right?
And a loss.
Dude,
And a loss.
Josh Allen is
he's
out
done
for
2 weeks
vengeance.
straight in a row of
And there's
putting history
nobody
up.
better to do it against than the Lions.
Yep.
Exactly.
I think that it could
It's going to set the tone.
definitely going to be the game of the week.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind. And I think there's a very good chance that the Bills can come back from
It's
that
possible.
loss last
It
week.
Especially
is
with
very,
Coleman
very
coming
possible.
back, Amari's back. They have Shakir, who did really, really well last week.
Yeah.
I mean, the defense of the Lions, they can either be break or make.
Yeah.
It's safe to say I would start the defense of the Lions. No doubt, all time. But
Yeah.
again, Josh Allen last 2 weeks has broke a record for some
Yeah.
sort. So He just got engaged. He's got that hype in him.
He's on a
That's
high
what I'm saying.
right now. He's on a
He's got
high
that
high.
swag to him.
Let's
He's
hope we can ride that through the playoffs.
He's fun to watch. So
Yeah, no, he is
I like that
really
one.
fun to watch.
This week I actually chose the Ravens money line. I try to choose a team that I haven't chosen in the past.
Yeah.
And I think it's safe to say that the Ravens over the New York Giants. Whether or not you like it,
I don't know, man.
Whether or not you like it, yes, the Giants will put up the least
I
amount
do have my
of
Tommy
least amount
Cutlets mug here.
yeah, the least amount of points scored against them. But Derrick Henry
Even though
is
I'm
going to
pretty
be
sure
electric.
he's benched.
No, he's
No,
the
he
starter.
started.
Is he
They-
starting?
They
Oh,
benched
wow.
Drew Lock. I
Wow.
picked him up. I was in my dynasty league. It's a super flex. Somebody dropped Cutlets to pick up Drew Lock. That's why we
Alex
say
switched
watch the waiver wire. I went and I picked up Tommy
You know why
Cutlets.
they doing Tommy Cutlets? Because the
Fan base.
exactly
They don't want
Giants
to
are
lose
eliminated,
their fan
eliminated. They're done.
base.
Giants are eliminated. They need players.
I
They
didn't
need
see
dudes.
Drew Lock mugs.
I know,
around it.
and honestly, if we start getting the lead, we should just let the Ravens win, keep the number 1 draft pick for next year.
You should, but
At
that's not
this
what's going to
point,
happen.
I know, but
It's
at
the
this
Giants.
point,
They're going to
like-
mess that up too.
Yeah, right. Jeez,
Yeah,
probably
it's
gonna
happening.
win out,
Yeah.
and then frickin'
Pick
I just-
12.
Yeah.
Exactly.
O lineman.
Exactly. So the Ravens, if it's a close game, it's definitely the Ravens coming out.
I don't
top.
think it's gonna be a close.
I just think Derrick Henry is going to be electrifying this week. He's so
100%.
close to Saquon and that rushing leader that I think he's going to put his foot down and be like, "Nah, this is my week to shine."
Yeah.
So
I like that.
2 touchdowns coming by
I
by
like
Derrick
that.
Henry. Who
Yeah.
you got?
I took Denver over Indianapolis.
I like that.
I cashed last week on Minnesota. I like this. They're playing in Denver. Bo Nix is playing so good. I don't
Yeah.
see how they lose this game. I think Richardson's gonna have a good game, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. I think Bo Nix is gonna ball out and just have a day.
Yeah.
Bo Nix is Bo Nix. You
Yeah.
know, I keep looking on Instagram and I love Bo Nix at this point.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
a little rough. Bo Nix, I was keep looking on Instagram. You know how like people do like a redraft of what should have happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously Jaden
Top-
Daniels has been
top
one.
2.
Yeah, Bo Nix has actually moved up in a lot. Actually, he was projected that New York got.
I'm
Bo
taking
Nix.
Jaden Daniels and then I'm taking Bo Nix.
I know, but the crazy thing is, people still have Caleb Williams up there.
No.
And I can see his potential.
Caleb Williams has he started off very poor.
He's still,
He's
but he's had one good game.
he's coming out of his shell a little bit, but he really rookie of the year. I don't see it.
No,
happening.
he's-
If you
It's
go
not.
back, and I'm not saying Caleb Williams may not be the best quarterback out of that draft class. He may end up being the best, win all these Super Bowls, all this, that, and the other. But
rookie,
if you were to ask the general manager of the Chicago Bears if he could go back to the draft this most recent year and pick somebody different, you're going to tell me he's going to stick with Caleb Williams?
No,
No. He's picking Jaden Daniels.
that's what I'm saying.
100%.
I see the potential in Jaden Daniels, but I don't see the potential with him with being with the Bears. I mean, shit, they had Justin
Hold
I
on,
Fields.
think it's
hold
a
on.
lot about the franchise. I think you're
Jaden
right.
Daniels. Oh, you don't see
I'm
that?
talking
If he was
Williams.
with the Bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
Well,
I mean,
it would be a completely different. We would
No,
have
it
no
would've-
idea.
they
exactly,
need
you
a
know?
but I'm
they
just
need
saying-
a coaching staff change.
The
A
with
drastic one.
again going back to what I said, Williams being on the Bears right now. Yeah, he cool, won Heisman, cool, did all this stuff in college, right? Great guy, you know, guy's little purse, whatever he did. whatever you
He
want.
does. He is a little fashionista. He is a little
You know,
fashionista.
and again, it's going back years before that with the Bears when they had Justin Fields. Justin Fields, yeah, he's not a starter. I think he's a great backup quarterback.
El Moose was saying Bo Nix is the best future QB out of the draft class.
I agree
100%.
with that one.
100%.
Yep, I could 100% see that.
He's gonna last. I don't think Jaden Daniels is gonna last.
Well, he needs to get out of Washington. Has the QB curse.
Yeah.
Every time they have a hot QB.
RG3.
Yeah, RG3, Alex Smith,
No,
Jaden Daniels.
Alex Smith's a little rough one.
Jane Daniels. If you're watching, I
Joe
know you're
Theismann.
not.
Joe
Request a
Theismann's
trade.
a big one too.
Yeah, Joe Theismann.
Nah, I think a big thing with Jane Daniels though is if he wants to be that long-lasting QB, he needs to show that leadership. He's lacking leadership.
Yeah, I
He-
mean it is
he's a
also a
rookie.
rookie year. You know, you got to think he's
He's a rookie.
And I'm
22
giving him the benefit of the doubt.
years old.
It's rare you see somebody come in and dominate the huddle.
That's what I'm saying. It's
you know,
rare.
It's tough, but you can definitely see his teammates warming up.
He shows it
warming
with
up.
his play.
I was gonna say, and
When he lowers his
he's-
shoulder, they know.
yeah, he can't lower his shoulder like Tua though. I'll tell you that. That's a risk and a half.
Tua just can't lower his shoulder.
And
I think they
he
need
see
to
a brick wall and say, "Head first, here we go."
I think they need to restructure his contract and say, "Hey,
They need to
you
put
can't-
cinder blocks on his feet
That's
so
what
he
I'm
stops
saying.
running.
I like
That would-
Tua. I don't want to see him get hurt again. That's
Yeah.
my big thing.
Yeah.
So those are our money lines of the week. We're gonna go to our least favorite segment for me. It's the DFS punishment.
Ladies and
segment.
gentlemen,
Dun, dun, dun,
we have
give me the
the
crown.
punishment wheel.
I'm just saying, this is what 3 weeks in
Wait,
a
wait,
row.
wait, wait. Liam should put the crown on you here.
No, I don't care. That was-
Anyway,
this is 3. I'm just pointing this out. This is 3 weeks in a row that I've won.
don't get used to it.
Listen, as long as that spray tan gets taken tonight,
Oh, that would be so good.
yeah, I'm okay with it.
We added a couple more on here. We did do our punishments. We're editing
Psych.
them. I'm going to put them up on YouTube. We'll have the videos next week to show you guys live. Don't worry about that. We updated this a little bit. We did ghost peppers. We have to do a mile run, and then what else we do?
A timed mile run.
Yeah, a timed mile run.
For time.
A cinnamon challenge.
For public knowledge.
Are the 3 that are the new ones up there. We still have the old ones up there. Honestly, these look 30 times better than what I had to do with the 3 raw eggs, just out of experience.
Spray tan is significantly worse than
I low-key would rather get a spray tan
That's
than
over in
I
30
think,
seconds.
Depending on the spray tan.
Level 10.
But I'll be honest, like, just think about it. Like, a spray tan, cool. It lasts, whatever.
It lasts.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, they last
But, like,
quite a while.
That's my
pretty sure.
downside about them. But, like, I don't have a chance of getting salmonella. Or, I live in the
I
hospital.
can't wait till he
3
goes for an
eggs.
interview in his government job and a level 10 spray tan.
Anyway, we're going to spin the wheel here. Ben, I'm going to stop it when it starts going back.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right, we're just going to give it a little spin here. Nothing
Quick spin.
crazy.
You got to be gentle with this.
I was-
wheel
I-
because it's got good bearings here. Come on, spray tan.
Spray tan, spray tan, spray tan.
I'll take anything at this point.
What
I'm
color
telling
is
you,
spray
nothing
tan
was
on?
worse than
Oh my god, spray
3
tan.
eggs.
Oh my god, it's got a little spray tan.
Yeah, and the previous punishments will get posted on our YouTube, which is linked somewhere on
I don't know.
the Twitch.
We'll figure out how to link it.
Veto DFS pick.
Okay, so we get to
Alright,
work
so, yeah.
together on this one.
Yeah, so we get to
one of
remove
the
one of
easier ones
Liam's
this
DFS picks.
He's going to give us our lineup. If we don't like something in his lineup, he has to immediately pull it out and make a pivot for a same or lesser price. It's the only move he can make, so he can't move other people to get who he
Yep,
wants. He's got to
yep.
go cheaper,
Yep.
and we get to pick who.
And
So,
it could cause him to have to spin the wheel again next week.
once again, for a spray tan.
That would be 3 in a row, wouldn't it?
It's fine with me,
Ooh,
buddy.
that sounds like a super punishment. If you ask me.
Ooh.
Maybe 3 punishments.
Listen,
on the wheel,
I'm already.
taking up 2
Hey, no,
slots of our choice.
Ooh.
I'm already leading right now.
Spray
the
tan,
ultimate,
spray
I'm already leading the ultimate punishment right now. We're not going to spoil anything, but what we know what I have to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't want that. Let me write
Anything
this
but
down.
that. All right, so here we go with our DFS lineups for this week.
Oh yeah, veto.
Yep.
Do you want me to start out?
I'll start out.
All
I'll start out.
right.
We got to think about your picks. I'm starting with Bo Nix. We just talked about it. I think he's going to go off against Indianapolis. It could turn into a shootout, and he could just be throwing touchdowns. They're in Denver, mile high. He's chucking it. Let's see it.
Yeah.
He is $6,300, so a little bit cheaper than some of the top guys, but his price keeps going up.
Mhm.
So I want to utilize him while I can.
No, I definitely agree.
Yeah, no.
I also have Bo Nix, but I want to say something real quick. Someone said Bo Nix and Caleb Williams did attend multiple Diddy parties. Can you please confirm this at us? I don't think he attended any Diddy parties.
Hold on, can we get that fact checked?
I
Bo
don't
Nix,
know the
Bo Nix and Caleb Williams. I could see Caleb Williams
I don't know
maybe.
Bo
I could
Nix,
see
though.
Caleb Williams.
But I also, going back to it, I do also have Bo Nix as my QB. Same thing. I just
You got
think
Bo
Nix
Nix?
is electric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
What you
Yeah,
got,
and
man?
then that could be a big game. QB, I went kind of expensive here, and I could be regretting this. Okay. But regretting this as in like my whole team. But QB, I'm going Lamar Jackson.
I don't think you'll regret it.
Playing against the Giants, I think there's no way he doesn't have a big game.
No, I agree.
$8,300 for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
I was saying he's the highest QB this week.
I did spend
Highest
a good
QB this
bit.
week.
I did spend a good bit, which is why I'm a little bit scared.
Well, he's going against the Giants.
Yeah. Running backs, I went with Chuba Hubbard against Dallas. He's going to be good.
Yep.
And Braylon Allen. Breece Hall is trending not to play. He wasn't at practice today. It's a knee injury, and they're playing Jacksonville. They cannot stop the run. I think Braylon Allen's going to have a great day. They're priced at $6,500 for Hubbard,
That's huge.
$5,400 for
Mhm.
Braylon Allen.
Yeah, and
That's
I got
huge.
well. Unfortunately, I still questionable. Obviously, you get to take the one off if he's questionable. I got Breece Hall, followed by the good old electrifying Derrick Henry. who I swear, if you stand on the other side of him as a cornerback, you rethink your whole life. You see a train coming at you. So I got those two. Again, if Breece Hall does not play, I am allowed to take him out and put someone else in. So we'll see kind of what happens. I think he didn't practice today, but I don't think he's going to let his team down. I think he's going to step it up. But who you got, Ben?
Going off of that, I've got Breece Hall in fantasy. I've got a bye this week. Breece, I know you're not, but if you're watching, milk it. All right, don't play this week. Take it easy.
For DFS, please take a seat.
Yeah.
Liam.
Running back. See, you went Breenan Allen. I went in Isaiah Davis. He's that other running back with the Jets.
He got a lot of touches.
I was gonna say he got a lot of touches. He scored a touchdown last week as well. I think potentially it could be split pretty even. And I'm hoping he reset.
Anyway,
and my other running back, my other running back, I had to go a little cheaper with Isaiah Davis. My other running back is Derrick Henry as well.
I like
nice.
That one.
That's
and
good.
Before we go on that thing, just to let you guys know, these guys, the two that you guys chose for the Jets guys, they're not questionable. The rule is if he's questionable, doesn't play, you gotta take him out. So if Breece Hall plays, you're all fucked.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you
he's
can't
not gonna
change
be good.
him.
He's on limited workload.
I was gonna say,
But I'm saying if Breece Hall
Trailer
plays,
Allen's still gonna score.
especially with the game that Isaiah Davis
I'm
had.
just saying if Breece Hall plays, you guys can't take out your other guys for the Jets.
That's fine.
Because they're
Don't
not
plan on it.
questionable.
He's
I'm
my
just letting you
RB.
know. Just letting you know.
At wide receiver, since I went pretty cheap on my running backs there, I got A.J. Brown against Pittsburgh after running his mouth about the passing game. We all know what happens after a star wide receiver says he wants the ball. He gets 14 catches.
Yep.
So he's going to be great. And then I went with Devontae Adams coming off his best game of the year. Him and Aaron Rodgers might be clicking. They're playing Jacksonville. Jacksonville can't stop anybody. Last one I got is Adam Thielen. He's been good.
I was going to say, the last few weeks he's been running pretty hot.
And this isn't new. Him and Bryce Young did it last year. He got older. He may not have the longevity to get through the season, but they were great at the beginning of last year, and I think they're getting back to what they were. So I like it. They're priced $5,400, $6,900, and $8,000 for A.J. Brown.
I love those. I went to good old Jerry Jeudy. I wish I picked him up 2 weeks ago.
I had him in mind to start.
Always do the revenge game if you've learned anything from DFS. I got Jerry Jeudy followed by Adam Thielen. I do think Carolina last week with him with the 2 touchdowns, I think that they're finding that pass. I think Bryce Young, sorry, I was going to say Breece Hall. Bryce Young has found the confidence to throw in a 3-man coverage. Cool. I think he's starting to, be like, I can do this now. So with him, you having Thielen back there, I think it's a great one. And I followed by good old Justin Watson, plays for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Again, Patty Mahomes is glazing Patty Mahomes. Chris Collinsworth, favorite guy in the world.
You see my Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he just kind of just gets the ball out there. And Patty Mahomes just plays for the first down at this point. Like, last week, he runs the ball. Cool, here you go, Travis Kelce. Here you go, Watson. He just throws the ball. He just gets rid of it. He just plays smooth with the ball, unfortunately.
He's smart.
So I think that might be a hit or miss on that big one there. But you know what? We're going with it. It happened last week. We're fine. I can only go up from here, right?
Hey. All right, wide receivers. I've got Garrett Wilson.
Nice.
Against Jacksonville. I feel like
we're sharing a lot of teams here.
Yep. I got Devon Vele on the Broncos. And I've got Xavier Legette.
He was one catch away from a big
on
day.
Carolina. I was
going
to say Xavier Legette has his games where he scores 15, almost 20 points, and I feel like he could potentially do that against the Cowboys.
Yeah. And his catch last week, his not catch last week. When I watched that, I seen my punishment coming. I was scared because that would have been a touchdown. Nobody touched him. Rolled right in the end zone. Philly could have lost that game, and I would have been getting a spray tan. So
that was Liam. I don't know.
Yeah,
if Liam's still in there, but Liam almost hit that. You almost chose Clay's punishment.
I was shaking in my boots. So tight end. I went a little cheaper. I got Jake Ferguson. He was a couple passes away from having a pretty good game last week. He was priced pretty cheap, $3,800. I got a good matchup against Carolina.
That's not a bad one. I went with actually Otten this week, Moneyman Baker. Dude, his confidence is through the roof. He played so smooth last week. I just think if he needs a tight end, he's got a tight end. Kelsey, well, I was an option for me, but I don't like what Kelsey's done this year.
Yeah.
So
no consistency.
that's what I'm
really
saying.
with
So,
Kelsey's
and
game.
I've seen Otten. I picked Otten like week 4 off the waiver wire. Great choice for me. So he's been good. So, I just think Moneyman Baker will finally just be like, here you go, run it 20 yards. 3 points up the sleeve, good to go for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Easy. Tight end. This is where I may switch this. This is where I was saying I might regret it, but I've got Isaiah Likely against the Giants. Saving a little bit of money, potential to do some damage. So we'll see. Are we doing flex as well right now?
Yeah, you can do your flex. You
Okay, yeah,
start
I'll
up
jump
with your
into
flex.
my flex as well. I got Marvin Harrison in my flex.
Okay.
Marvin Harrison.
I love Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
I got him everywhere, and I'm let down because of how high I drafted him, but I should have expected what I'm getting. I mean, he's good, but he's not what everybody made him out to be, and that's not a tick
He's
on
just
him at
not
all.
consistently good.
He was drafted too early in fantasy, which makes the pick hurt worse than it actually does.
Yeah.
I think he's good to his standard. I just don't think he's got the backup, and
He needs the dominance.
that's what I'm saying. I
He
don't
needs
think he's
that
got
ego.
that.
When that stud receiver gets that ego, I mean, you see Jamar Chase, CeeDee
Yeah.
Lamb, these guys that I want the ball.
Yeah,
I want it.
Jefferson.
Give me the ball. Marvin Harrison, you don't hear that. You don't see that from him.
He
I think
makes
that's all he's missing.
spectacular catches.
Oh, he's a fantastic athlete.
But
He's
again,
going to be
he's
great.
just-
he just needs to.
He doesn't have that. I need
Mindset
this.
needs
This
to
is
change a
mine.
little bit.
That grit.
The grit.
That grit.
He's not that. Hey,
Man,
we
I feel
need
like I'm
points.
Dan Campbell.
Exactly. We need points. You're throwing it to me. He doesn't have that mindset. He's got he's more of a team player, which is also great. But I don't think he's got that. Hey, right here, fourth and 1. We're not running the ball. We're throwing it to me.
Yeah, you give that ball to me.
Exactly.
Let's hope he starts that like next week because I got Michael Wilson in my lineup, the other receiver for the Arizona Cardinals. He had a great game. He's their deep threat guy, and him and Kyler,
Yeah.
they're doing it.
Exactly.
Multiple double-digit weeks, and for a flex at $4,400, I'm riding it.
I love it. I have Garrett Wilson following you as one of my flexes. Aaron Rodgers just seems to be that connection with him. Yeah, he's got Adams on his team, but that connection to me is just a rusted old chain. It's not there anymore. But he seems to be building something with Wilson, which is great because Wilson's young, quick, and he's got some talent. So I think Wilson's a good pick up on there, flex seed. But like I said, Adams, he's inconsistent, but that connection that he has with Aaron could at any point just seal back up. So hopefully that does well there. Following into the defense here, I chose the Jets defense.
I got the Jets.
I don't know about it. They're either hit or miss.
They don't have.
They have
they're
sauce,
playing Jacksonville.
that's what I'm
They don't
saying.
have a QB. They got Mac Jones.
So I'm saying, I think if anything, 2 touchdowns by the defense.
They did it 2 weeks ago. I
So I'm
played them in my
saying.
DF 2 weeks ago, and they got me like 28 points.
So I think they're a good defense right there.
And
for
they're
me.
priced pretty cheap. They're $3,000. I mean, there was other defenses like $3,800. And I like that matchup better.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
I got the Ravens going against the Giants.
Wow.
I really
Big better against the Giants.
Well, knowing my luck, this is going to be the week that they shut them down and frickin' win, and I'll be getting a spray tan next week.
Yeah, regardless who we taking off my lineup.
Oh,
I've been thinking about this.
I see.
I've been thinking about this.
Let's see who you got.
Who next? Brees Hall, Derrick Henry.
So
I would say
because
Brees Hall, but even if he does play, I want
to force him to make that pivot later. But you also have to think if we pull Derrick Henry,
oh yeah, I still have good money.
he can still afford Achane, Mixon, Kamara, Gibbs. He can put all these good guys in here. So we got to find somebody like I was in my head. I'm thinking Jerry Jeudy. If he pulls Jerry Jeudy,
how much is Jerry Jeudy?
36, 38.
he's got to put like Shakir, Flowers, Waddle in.
But you already know who I'm gonna throw in, so it's cool with me.
Who are you gonna put in?
Don't worry about it.
K. Dotton. We could make him pull his tight end.
How much is he? I was gonna say I kind of like that move.
How much is K. Dotton?
Like 28, 3, 32. So I'm saying I got
Pull his DST. Pull the Jets. No.
That's
Let's
fine,
pull
so-
Bo Nix.
You wanna pull Bo
You want to
Nix?
pull Bo Nix?
Yeah, let's
Pull Bo Nix. I like that because then what is he going to do?
The third one down on that list.
Tua? You're gonna play Tua? Lock it
I
in.
mean, Tua's,
I'm not
Lock
gonna
Tua
play.
in.
Let me look.
Tua's still got a good chance to.
Let me look at
to
who I
do
take
some
out here.
damage.
Let me see.
Bill
Oh,
Belichick
man.
to UNC. He's gonna have a great time in the dorm rooms. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, Bill
I
Belichick.
agree.
You seen all the memes?
Yeah.
Coming
Yeah,
out
the
already?
Ring doorbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have a blast. I think it's gonna. I cannot wait to see his interaction with these kids on the field.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
we're-
something.
We're locking into a Tagovailoa.
He's locking in Tua, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and bookmark that. And bad game for Tua.
Bam.
All right, so
Great tam.
if you guys tuned in last week, we had a special guest on. His name was Zach. Big fantasy guy. This guy Zach.
Yeah, no, he made a call. Zach Charbonnet last week.
He gives
I
us
went and
Sunday
put him in.
sleepers.
I think
40
I set a
points.
record high for our league of points scored.
Speak of the devil.
211.
What do we think about Bill Belichick?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Is this our
and
man?
we are back. Go ahead, Zach.
Hey,
You're on.
Zach.
Hey, good evening, fellas. How y'all doing this evening?
We are doing
We're
good, bro. How you
How
doing?
about yourself?
I just got out of the shower. I'm feeling good. Getting ready
There you
for
go.
for some Thursday night football.
Yeah.
Clean.
Wow.
I see Garendo's active, so I guess I better get him out of my
Yes.
captain.
Hey, Zach. Are you
Yeah.
starting him if you have him?
No.
No, I'm probably not. Hopefully, you got better options, which is going to
I
go
got
ahead and lead-
Kendra Miller as my other option.
Well, so I like Kendra Miller.
He's the coach likes him. They got a new coach. Coach likes him. Comes off a 15-point week. He got touches.
So last week he had 10 carries for 32 yards. There's still an Alvin Kamara. I mean, he's more of a handcuff kind of guy. So I do like him around the goal line, though. I think he could punch one in.
Okay.
I must say I do love the Bills upset money line.
Yeah.
That's genius. I smell that upset coming a mile away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's,
Yeah, I'm for sure locking it in now that you've confirmed.
yeah, lock that in. I'm gonna start off with a hot take. How's that?
I
I
like,
like
it.
it. I like it.
Tommy Cutlets, 300 yards for 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey,
it's
hey.
coming. It's coming.
I will get a spray tan. I will lose the DFS and put.
I mean, Baltimore's pass defense isn't the greatest.
Are you sticking
So you still got
Locked
Malik
it in.
Neighbors. So we'll see.
Do it live.
We'll do it live.
Man, I like that. I like that.
Yes. Tommy Cutlets, 303 tutties.
Damn. Okay. I like
I
it.
just know the Millie Maker on DFS is gonna have a Cutlets QB.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's been coming, man. Stacking him up with maybe some neighbors, maybe even a Slayton.
Yeah.
So I got 4 running backs. I'm back hungry right now. I'm grabbing them up. Any waiver wire. There's no backs left in my leagues. I'm taking them all. No mercy. my first back.
I'm in a lot of leagues with him. He's not lying.
My first back, and I'll see if you can guess who I'm talking about here. He's my number 1 pickup this week, and I'm being sincere when I say this. He can punch in two touchdowns this week. I'm talking about Sincere McCormick.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Dude had
Yeah.
18 touches for 89 yards last week. Okay. The coach already came out and said, even if Madison's back, this is our guy. You're talking about a franchise that's just tumbling downward. They don't have any bright spots. I mean, your 2 best quarterbacks is Aiden O'Connell against you, and you're starting Desmond Ritter this week. So I think this
I
guy's
love-
When you lay it out like that,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
sound good.
I love Desmond Ritter in my division. Ooh.
this guy is going to be putting up numbers. I think on Sunday. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be very good.
Do you have faith in Brock Bowers in a playoff in the first week of the playoffs here?
You got to play him if you have him. You have
Yeah.
to.
He's
Yeah,
the
you
leader.
have
He's
to.
leading.
Yeah.
You can't miss
He's
him.
in top 5 for receiving
You
yards.
can't.
Yeah, he's also
sit him
leading
down.
all receiving.
Yeah, he's
so.
insane.
Now, if you got a league where you have George Kittle and Brock Bowers, which is a possibility because Brock Bowers is going in the 10th round, 11th round,
Mhm.
you play Kittle, but
Kittle captain showdown.
you don't have many other options, especially with the disarray at the tight end position right now.
Yeah, it's tough.
So you almost have to play him if you have him. Another back I like this week is Jaleel McLaughlin.
Love him. Love
Week
him.
13, he had 85 combined yards.
Okay.
And Audric Estime has not stepped up. Javonte Williams is a shell of his former self, which is sad because we all had so much love and promise for Javonte. He looked great, you know.
Sometimes you just don't come back from those injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Especially when they're that bad. He had all three, and they were ugly tears.
Yeah,
And
it's
I think he
unfortunate.
came back too soon.
Yeah.
They tried to rush him back. The same thing they did with Jonathan Brooks, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So,
You gotta hydrate.
Yeah.
you know, you give a guy. You give a guy.
Oh, yeah,
You
we
give
gotta
a guy-
hydrate. Zach, we gotta hydrate real quick. Someone
Yeah.
gave footballs.
They donated.
Oh, it's
Thanks for
Matt.
the donation.
Thank you, Matt.
Donation of nothing.
Oh, well, hydrate.
What do you mean of nothing? Of commitment and loyalty watching the
I
stream.
love it though. I love it.
Hey, what do you think of the Cowboy phone posits? Is Clay wearing them?
I got him on.
Yeah,
I
no,
got
they're
him
pretty
on.
nice. I was
think-
telling Clay, are these? Yeah, check this
I
out,
don't think
Chad.
shining.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
things with
You would
shining,
never
right?
catch me.
Would
Check
are
'em
these
out.
something should Clay be leisurely wearing these around? We're
Yes, of
not
course.
big sneaker guys.
Yeah.
No, Clay should be wearing these in the mud.
What?
The film posit is the most durable sneaker you can get.
Exactly. Told you, be wearing them in the mud.
Yeah, you can wear them anywhere. You clean them off anywhere. So I got another back here I like, and one of y'all touched on him. I believe it was Ben. His name's Isaiah Davis.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I like Isaiah Davis a lot. I know he would be kind of a non-starter if Brees Hall plays, but I think if Brees Hall's out, you can confidently put this guy in your flex.
Yeah.
He's had 2 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks, and he's a pretty big PPR guy. He's got pretty good receptions on the year, so I like him a lot. My fourth back I like this week. This guy's electric, and if Bucky Irving's out, I think you got to play Sean Tucker, man.
Yeah.
This guy had 3 carries for 47 yards when Bucky went out.
Just ripping them. Chunks at a
my
time.
God. You got to think the coach is thinking that, like, oh man, if Bucky's out, I think he's gonna get the pill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Feed him the pill, feed him the rock. Just give him the ball. It don't
And
matter.
I think Bucky Irving's trending down. Like, I don't think he's supposed to play.
They still have White though, who is.
I don't think it matters. They've carved out a committee, and I think it's going to be a committee. I don't think it's a bell cow situation anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got my 4 backs: Sean Tucker. You got Isaiah Davis,
Write that down.
Jaleel McLaughlin,
Love.
and Sincere McCormick.
Wow.
Those are my 4 backs.
I like it.
I know you.
I got one tight end who's a must play this week. His name is Zach Ertz. You play him. You play him. I believe Noah Brown's on the IR. And when Noah Brown went out, the last game they played, I believe it was week 13. I mean, he was a target monster. He is a target monster. Jaden Daniels looks for him when the pocket breaks down and his receivers are not open. That's his next read right there.
Yeah.
I like it.
So yeah, I got 4 backs in the tight end. I know that Zach Ertz isn't really too much of a sleeper, but he kind of is on that fringe sleeper territory.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's usually on the line.
If they need yardage,
He's got-
check down yards, he's the guy.
Yeah. And he's got boosted
Yeah,
value
I
this
think,
week. Like he's saying,
I
no
think he's a
Brown's
great
gonna be out.
DFS play. I don't know where he's priced at DFS wise, but if he's in the 3s, I think he's a free square.
He's 4,000 on the dot. I think you can play him.
Yeah.
Take him. I'm taking him.
Yeah.
I'm taking him.
Pat Fryermuth is your next cheapest option. I'm taking him
I
over
like
Fryermuth for $100.
taking him. I like taking him at 4. That's a good price for him.
Yeah.
So
Good
he's
time.
gonna be in some of my lineups. Yeah, so that's what I got for you guys. What do you think?
I like it.
I like it. I like it a lot. I know for sure I'm putting money on some of these because you friggin' hit the nail on the head with Charbonnet last week.
Yeah, man, that was, and I was even not as bullish as what he produced. I didn't think he was going to have that big a game, but
Yeah, no, that was no. I don't think anybody was expecting him.
Yeah,
Me and Zach
he's
did
not a-
DFS. He had Charbonnet and Josh Allen. I
Oh,
had ran
brutal.
away with it until
Yeah, I
mid
did
of the 4 o'clock games, and he blew me out of the water.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I did an afternoon slate, I did an afternoon slate, and the only guy I missed on was Michael Wilson. Him, and I didn't have George Kittle. If I would have had those two guys, I would have took home some money. So
Yeah.
I
like
think
the
it was
big
like
Zach.
Puka.
Say what?
I think it was like Josh Allen, Puka. I had like everybody. I had Shakir. I mean, it was insane, dude. I put up like 240 off the
Yeah,
afternoon.
it was crazy.
I'll send you the screenshot of the lineup.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So, but hopefully we can get out there and get some winter golf going soon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Gotta
I'm
happen.
down.
Gotta happen.
I like to get out there, but yeah, man, keep doing what you guys are doing. I like what you guys did with the place. The decorations look nice. The jerseys look good.
Thank you.
Other than that,
Don't mention
Cowboys jersey.
Thank you.
Nah, the color rush is pretty nice. It's a pretty nice jersey. I'm not gonna lie, it's
nice,
up there.
I'm gonna wear my
it's-
Salute to Service CD next week.
Yeah, man. So, all right. Well, hey, you guys have a good night, man.
All
Enjoy
right.
some football. I'm gonna kick back and
Go win
relax.
some money.
Go get some
Sir.
B-dubs.
Well, I'm taking Patrick Taylor out, so I gotta do that and figure something out. So,
Yeah. Pivot.
No, I agree.
All right. Hey, we'll see you.
see you, man.
All right.
Always fun having Zach call in.
Yeah.
I agree.
He hits,
Big.
man. I like that.
And I was gonna say he freaking knows his stuff.
Yeah, he
too.
does. Yeah.
You know, I think 3 out of the 4 sleepers you gave last week hit.
Double digits, all of them.
You know, yeah.
I like. Yeah.
complain.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I do think though that the Denver's running back McLaughlin, he's gonna do something.
Yeah.
And last year we kind of saw it. Williams kind of went down, came back from his injury, and then McLaughlin just took over and was just an animal. They didn't do so well last year, but at one point in time, someone's got to do something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Chuba Hubbard. No one thought Chuba Hubbard was going to be what he is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone's got to
Very
step
true.
up, you know. So just like Tracy. You know, Tracy saw potential, but no one thought Tracy's going to be who Tracy is.
Yeah.
He looks like the next Tiki Barber.
I'm saying.
Tyrone Tracy does.
So
That's
I
my
could-
comp for
I
Tyrone
could-
Tracy.
I
Is
could
Tiki
see it.
Barber.
I like
I
it.
could see it.
Yeah.
Tyrone
And-
Tracy does have some size on Tiki Barber though, which more than likely a good thing.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
going,
he runs hard.
and then same thing with Bucky Irving. No one saw him taking over White Spot.
Yeah.
But you know, there he is. So I think there's some sleeper backs they'll be clutch here. Hopefully, you know, some people got him up in their waiver wire.
Yeah.
Weeks of playoffs are coming up here. I need to beat number 3 seed this week.
Yeah.
Then go
Tough.
and take over your mom.
Yeah.
Talk mad, you know, about it because I know I'm gonna beat that one. Go straight into the championship, week 17. Get absolutely crushed on because you know what's gonna happen. 2 of my players are gonna get hurt, but oh well, I'm in the championship.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good week there.
That's what we got.
That's what we
Yeah,
got
I was
for
gonna
now.
say, do we have anything else?
No, but hey, look, it's 8 o'clock on the dot here.
Yeah, go put
we
your
gotta
bets
put
in.
the
Remember
bets
that 20. Wait till the game starts. Put in that 25% profit boost on FanDuel. Use code TheDegens. I'm kidding. We're not sponsored.
We will be eventually, soon. Not now though.
But yeah,
That's a big one there.
set your lineups, pull them out of your flex. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible.